Hello students. So in this video we are going to discuss the topic of thunderstorm, cyclone and tornadoes, and what are the various precautions we should take during these activities or during these calamities. Now the thing is, what is exactly thunderstorm? So thunderstorm is a kind of weather condition which is characterized by heavy rain, thunder and lightning. So these are the three things which are basically observed during the thunderstorm. Now, thunderstorms are very common kind of event which takes place or occur in hot and humid tropical areas like India. So, if I talk about the thunderstorm, so why and how these thunderstorms are going to form? So, let us understand this concept. So, the air which is blowing onto the surface of Earth, so because Earth get heated up in the summer season, normally it appears. So this Earth get heated up. So because of this, the air present on the surface of Earth will also get heated up and it will rise. So this warm air will go up, and because this warm is also having moisture in it, so the vapors and the moisture present inside the warm air will go up, and as it will go up in the upper region of the atmosphere, so here the air will start cooling down, and the moisture or the vapors present inside this air will condense. So it will condensate into the droplets or the ice crystals. So now this ice crystals will collide with each other, and this will be supported by the air which is rising up. So because of this collision between the particles, so what will happen? There will be accumulation of charge. So this charge will be accumulated by the cloud in which raindrops or ice crystals are present. So these charges will be available. So when these clouds are going to uh, collide with each other, so there will be huge spark which is going to produce. So this huge spark can be produced between the clouds, or it can be produced between clouds and the ground. So this is what which is observed by us as a form of lightning. And when this lightning appears, so it will produce heat also, which is going to heat up the air in its path. So this quickly heating up of the air will produce a loud booming sound that is known as thunder. So this is how thundering and lightning is associated in the thunderstorm. Now, if I talk about the precaution which we have to take during the thunderstorm, so one precaution is that we should not go outside. We should remain inside, that is indoor. That is the safer side. If we are present outside, so we have to be take. We should not take the shelter of like isolated trees. We should not take the shelter of any metal shed. So that is the thing which we should keep in mind. And best thing is that we should be keep inside. We should inside the uh, vehicles like car or bus. So car or bus, if we are traveling, so these are supposed to be more safer area, because whatever charge is present in our atmosphere during the thundering, it will be get accumulated over the surface of the car, and it will not going to hazard us. And the charge that is accumulated over the surface of car and bus will be travel along the tires to the earth. So there will be proper earthing of the car. So that is why we will be safe inside the container like car or buses. Similarly, we should avoid if we are in water or like swimming pool or river, or let's say we should avoid the bathing also. So during the thunderstorm, so that is also advisable thing. So this is how we can prepare ourselves, we can prevent ourselves from the hazards of the thunderstorm. Now let us discuss about the second event, that is cyclone. So what is exactly cyclone? So it is a violent storm. So remember, it is violent storm which is accompanied by the strong spiraling winds, heavy rain and the tidal waves. So remember, cyclones are a phenomena, or it is a weather condition which appears in the oceanic part. So cyclones forms in the seas or the ocean part. So what happened exactly in the cyclone? So the air present over the sea get heated up by the sun and rises up. And because there is a moisture, there is water vapors present in this air, So what will happen when this warm moist air will rise up, when it will rise up, so what will happen, it will start cooling after attaining proper height, so it will start cooling. And when it will start cooling, the vapors will condense it into the clouds or the raindrops, and the heat will be dissipated into the environment or into the atmosphere. So this heat will lead to the air to move further. I mean, the air will become more lighter and will rise further. So this just what will happen because of this rising. So the low pressure condition will be developed because of this moving of the air further. So this will produce a low pressure area, and around this low pressure area, what will happen? The air from the surrounding, the wind from the surrounding will move into this direction toward the low pressure area. And when it will come, so because of the spinning of the earth, so what will happen, so this wind will not go directly into this low pressure area, but it will slide down, so it will enter tangentially into this particular low pressure area. And what will happen ultimately, it will start rotating around this low pressure area, so it will start revolving around this pressure low pressure area. So this will cause a swirling of winds, and this swirling is around the huge circle that is known as eye of the cyclone. And remember, this eye can be have a diameter of 10 to 30 kilometers. And yes, there is low pressure zone inside the eye, and there is no cloud over the eye part, and there is no rain also. So when this cyclone moves onto the surface of ocean, so it moves very with the very high intensity and speedy winds, and this will bring the tidal waves also, which is very disastrous, which can cause many problem or can be destructive also. And when this cyclone hits the coastal area or the landmass, so then it will become weak, and then the effect of this cyclone is going to be decline. So that is the thing. So this is the about the cyclone. Now I am going to tell you about the tornadoes. So tornadoes is again, so it is a land surface phenomena, so in which it is a violent twisting funnel of wind. So what happened in the case of tornado, so here the cool air basically sink down in the form of funnel like column. So here the cool air will sink down in the center, and around this cool air there will be a warm air of the earth's surface which will move around it. So the air outside this funnel shape will be the warm air which will move upside, it will rise up, and it will whirls around, it will rotate around this center part that is having the cool and dense air. So the dense air will go down, it will sink, whereas the warm air will go upside. So this is the thing. So the tornadoes are different from the cyclone because this appear onto the surface of land, whereas cyclones appear onto the surface of sea. And the eye and the center part of this tornado is very small as compared to the central part of the cyclone. And the speed of this tornado wind is more, that is 500 kilometer per hour, and it can be very destructive, and it is not a phenomena which happens in India, but normally tornadoes are very common in America, North America kind of countries. And now I am going to tell you what are the various forecasting and warning system which are going to alert us for the cyclone. Remember, there is a department that is, I have already told you, which is going to forecast the weather also, that is Indian Meteorological Department in New Delhi, which is going to tell us about the cyclone also. So there are different satellites like cyclone detection radars are there, which are established around the coastal areas, and there are some inset satellites also which are going to send us the continuous picture of the location of this cyclone. So this is how we can produce the alert, and there is a cyclone alert system that can tell you very well in advance, at least 48-hour advance, about the cyclone. So like this. So this is the type of thing. And yes, some forecasting can be done with the help of some disaster warning system, which is going to alert these fishermen, seaports, aviation department about that when is this cyclone is going to hit onto the landmass. So this is the thing. And there are some precautions which are there which we have to keep, that we have to continuously keep updates ourselves about the cyclone when it is going to reach the coastal area. By listening to the TV and radio, we can get the latest update. And we should be available with the emergency kit, and food articles should available for enough storage should be there, for drinking water also. And we should keep the phone numbers of hospitals, government agencies also. And yes, we should, as warning, we should be alert enough, so whenever warning call is there, whenever message comes, so like in the coastal areas, people are aware of this thing, so they are very much used to about this condition. So that is what we have to be very alert, I mean to say, and attentive also. So this is the thing which we can do to avoid the effects or the disaster that can be caused by a cyclone. So this is all about this particular chapter of the storms, winds, and cyclone. So thank you.